middle of the night, I feel you all over me. But I realize it's just only a dream. You make me smile. I love it when you bring me a breeze. I love it when you bring the tea. Come stand by me. Stand by me. Do you think about me? 'Cause I think about you. Do you think about me? 'Cause I think about you. Do you think about...
Well, welcome to Ladies Night Live, New Year's Eve with yours truly, Lady of 2GO Radio. Tonight is different and special because it's the last show of the year before we see you next year. Okay, so remember that. Don't make any resolutions that you can't keep. Don't promise anyone anything if you can't commit. Just take it easy. Try to make nothing, no plans. Only plan you need to make is to continue to love yourself so you can love others. And of course, honor and give your praise to God. We must always keep that at the top. Tonight's show is all about celebration and empowering, as I posted earlier. I'm going to give homage to one who is under the creator of us all, but is the creator of me, my mom. As you saw, I posted today. Very empowering between her and my godmother. And my godmother, Mabel Carter, who is a very, very strong woman that's in the Ward 8 community, also sits on the board of Trayon White, Senior Advisor Committee. The things I wanted to say mostly about women, empowering women. You never let each other down. You always have to continue to be in a certain corner to support, whether it's in your will or whether it's not in your will. And if it's in your heart, just a little bit, even if it's not really enough where you really, really care about the person, but it's still something in your heart for that person, just continue to give them that empowerment, that love, because women, we are so hard on ourselves as we are on each other. And we have to learn how to channel our mood swings. I'm still learning. I'm practicing. Trust me, I'm in some type of therapy with myself every day and once a week professionally because it's needed. I mean, this is a horrible world we living in. So, and like I said, this show is going to be different. It's all about empowering women, and hopefully that, you, your daughter, your sister, your mother, your grandmother, your cousin, sisters, because I have those. My cousins are like my sisters. We're very close, and we empower each other. Even if we don't talk to each other every day, we find some way of letting each other know how we're feeling, what we're feeling, or what we may going through. If we don't directly contact each other, we know what's going on. So, and if you have anything that you would like to give me a Q&A on, this is the last show of 2017 for 2GO Radio Talk Show here at VoxWave.com. Remember to dial 240-719-2560, where you can, give me questions, or you can give an interest if you're interested in coming here on the station, or if just anything. You want to give your last wishes for 2017, because it's been a rough one, I'm sure, for everyone as well as for myself. So yeah, call me 240-719-2560 and get a gift, as well as call in and say why you're welcoming 2018, because I truly am. And we're going to keep this show going. I wanted to get into some things with you about the ongoing um, accolades of my own, which is don't forget for the Lady of 2GO Radio in 2018. I have a lot of things that are coming up for you for my personal self, for my own career as the artist, Camille, as well as the music part. I'll be doing a play called Giving Our Parents a Standing Ovation. It'll be starting in May of 2018. The role will be Mama Vina, and it's a 66-year-old grandmother I will be understudying for or main role for. Depends on how the audition goes, which starts in 2018, first of the year, January. So that's coming up for you later here at 2GO Radio TV show. Also, some music I'll be filtrating and starting to get back into the studio, Shimmy Camille Studios, which is located right here in DC. So also we have that available. So don't sleep. Like I always say, call 240-719-2560 if you're interested in some very economical studio time. I have that available for you as well. So that's Shimmy Camille Studios right here in DC of the M and the V of the DMV. Also, there are, a lot of things that are going on that I'm going to get into that is somewhat political, but is somewhat what you need to know because, as you know, a bill has been passed. But I'm going to get into that a little later because I did my research and I got some tools for you to think about this new bill the new tax bill that's been passed, as well as the health care reform. So that's later on in the show. Also, with going on with the music far as locally, there's some other things that have been going on far as new upcoming artists that are on the rise. Some artists that you may have not heard of or don't know of or haven't been out in an exposing social media way that are still underground. I have a young man, is Double R. I will be playing his music as well as Katero Shimigami. I'll be playing some of his music as well. The end of the year, also to remind you guys that there are still out some underground artists here in the DMV that are trying to get their stories heard and told, as well as Mikey B. I also I think I have another artist in my little phone repertoire here for you as well. So just stay tuned and we're going to get through this show and get through this end of the year together because I have some things that, I don't think I have enough time in this show to tell you why I am welcoming 2018 because it's just 2017, even though I have 7 in it, and I thought 7 supposed to be like a lucky number. No, not in 2017. It was just lucky to have survived it and be alive. That's what the most I can say about that 7 in 2017 because it's been rough. It's been really rough financially, health-wise for a lot of folks, spiritual warfares 24/7. I mean, just things just popping up. The devil has been very busy. I don't want to mention his name anymore because I don't want to give him any power because he have no room in none of this, But it's just been rough, and people are holding on. And with the turn of things going into 2018, it's really not looking any better. So, I just want to enforce empowerment in all types. Not just in women tonight. I just want to enforce empowerment even in the brotherhood. You have brotherhood relationships. Brothers, we have to strengthen each other. You have to strengthen each other. When you see brothers are down, don't quick to judge because somebody's down because that'll make you feel better because you're in a better position than they are. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. That's your opportunity to show your spirit, the spirit side. And if you not even you can't afford to help a brother financially, encouraging word, some encouraging advice. All it takes is to say, man, look like you going through. You know what I'm saying? And that'll open the ground up for someone to relieve something. And you could just help that person at that moment and don't even realize by just looking their way and giving them some type of humanity concern. Because that's just genuinely humanity concern. Doesn't cost you anything. And that's a problem with us today. We don't care about each other or what we go through. Everybody I know is caught up in your own stuff. And it's rough. Life can take you over where you get caught up in your own stuff and you ignore the things that are going around you with other people. And your stuff becomes like a major factor. And you like, well, all right, now I can't worry about them because I'm going through this. It's hard to put it to the side, but a lot you got to put to the side and to go to the next day. And you can't carry stuff to the next day. I try to dump stuff off like, a lot of you might be too young to know about Calgon commercials. Lady, I'm gonna bring home the bacon, fried up in a pan, and never, she was talking about coming home, taking that bath, and her day go right down the drain. Sometimes, you got to do that. You got to just wash that day off, some kind of way. When you get into your own cul-de-sac, your own little cozy home, your own little space, you got to wash away the outside. You got to wash away. Don't take that home with you. Let that be your place where you get your solitude, your serenity. And that's the problem with a lot of us, too. We take our jobs home to our families. Our families don't need that. Spend quality time with your families. It's a lot that 2017 have done to me that I want to change and make it better for myself and my family for 2018. Because it's rough. It's been a rough year. It whipped me. Felt like I had a whip behind me ever since 2017 started in January 01. It like the whip came out and they was just coming all different kinds of directions. So it's been rough. It's been really, really rough. So what we're going to do, I want you to stay tuned and don't forget to call in for your free gifts. And this is a night of celebration of the Eve. And we're going to bring you some music. And to our favorite all, we must say that the music that you may hear, the contents of the music does not belong to VoxWave.com or to Geo Radio TV show. It belongs to the credited artists who arranged, written, produced, and distributed. So here we go. This is what I wanted to play for you guys since we were getting ready to come on the air. And it's always a celebration for me. I don't care if it's 1989, 1979, 1969. My baby can bring it at any time when he bought it at 1999. Check this out.
Should know by the way you popped your car sideways that it wouldn't last. See, you're the kind of person that believes in making out once, love them and leave them fast. Guess I must be dumb. She had a pocket full of horses, Trojan and some of them used. But it was Saturday night, I guess that makes it alright. You see, what have I got to lose?
Yes, like I was saying, that was my man Prince there for you. I had to give you a little mixture of flavor of my favorites. I just still can't believe that he's gone, you know. It's just been a great loss this year, I tell you. Just been a great loss of music greats. He was like the start of artists being yourself, coming out of your own skin, not caring, going against the grain, you know, even to changing his name, you know. Great guy. Wish I had the opportunity to met him, but I will continue to meet you in your music world, Prince, because your music will continue to live on in my heart and with my peers. Okay? With that being said, it's some other greats that we have lost within this year as well. It's hard to even reflect back because it's so painful for what they contributed to 2017 and their last works, and prior to them leaving, the one and only Charlie Murphy, you know, really gonna miss that guy, you know, really great guy. Started out young in his career, been doing it for a long time, wrote a lot of stuff for a lot of people, was behind the scenes, directed a lot of stuff. Don't sleep on Charlie, on the Murphys, period. Them were some talented boys, you know what I'm saying? And his brother Eddie, he's still doing his thing. But man, I'm telling you, Charlie will truly be missed. You know, he was a very funny dude, very funny dude. You know, it's just been a great loss, you know, 2017 to a lot of folks, as well as right here, lost in, you know, how the things have gone with our new president. You know, that was a big loss. You know, now we really get ready to see what he have talked about that he wanted to do from the beginning of his campaign. We're ready to see the effects of the things that he wanted to undo, which the Obama administration have took a while to get it together, and you know, because the Obamacare is gone, is no more. That left us. Once that bill was passed, Obamacare had died. And that was just this week. So, you know, it's really going to be rough for a lot of families. Now you're going to have to find other ways of getting insured. If you don't go into if you're not in the guidelines of being qualified for state insurance, it's really going to be a lot of changes. on the lower levels. Poverty is probably going to get worse. So people are going to have to start finding ways of saving their money, start being more frugal with your spending. It's going to come to a point of our wants are not going to be even a factor anymore. It's going to be all factor on what we need to get by day to day, for your families. It's going to be really, really rough. So you guys better hold on to your boots and strap on, and bear down and, love your families, gather your camp around you, the people that keep you going, that make you strong, that makes you positive, that only benefits you in a positive way. No one is stripping from you mentally, physically, beating you down. You don't need the people around you because the world is going to beat you down already enough. So you got to empower yourself with strong people and make sure that, that you stay positive within your own being. Do some positive meditation. If it's just, like I said, to read a parable a day or before you go to bed, I'm telling you, it works. Because this world attacks you at all kinds of different ways and forms and fashion. And you would never know where it would take you. You have to take your vitamins, keep your doctor's appointments. I'm still working on that myself. Because I'm good at, especially when this cold weather hit. I had 3. I said, I'm going to have to reschedule. It was so cold. But we have to take care of ourselves because, like I said, folks, it's getting ready to be a rough 2018. I'd just like to, prepare myself for the worst, because I know better will come once we get into the year and get to rolling. We'll figure out how things going to go and everybody get adjusted with the new rules and regulations of this new administration. And then we can put in a plan for our families and for our personal lives. So, you just have to continue to want to do the best for everyone that's around you, because if you do that, it will come back to you. The circle of life does not skip on anyone, because the saying of what goes around, it truly comes back around to you. So karma is real. And you have to live in those type of mind frames, because you don't want to put out nothing negative, because it will come back to you unexpectedly. And boy, when you got to pay the piper, baby, it's a rough thing. It's a rough thing. And with that being said, we're going to get into reading you of the listing of the shows, because, I normally remind everyone what goes on down here at VoxWave.com, where we give you the daily routine rundown on what's going on. Let's see if Ron going to follow me over here to the table so I can get you guys the daily listings. And you can see I'm just doing this little level thingy for you this evening to celebrate the show for the ending of the year. And also we have these free gifts. And this is my little celebration table here that we're going to all have to celebrate before the last few minutes of the show, which is going to be my Happy New Year's Eve show, like I said. But let me get to you the lineup. So you can always remember to stay tuned here at VoxWave.com, where we give you a variety of shows where it can be for your own pleasures. We have here on tomorrow, we have Sunday, we have Tea Talk with Dr. Akita Pearson. Every third Sunday, 2 to 3 p.m. Real Talk 101 with Brad and Orlando at 6 to 8 p.m. And then Monday, we have at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., we have the Kim Show with Kim. And 5:30 to 6 p.m., Sacred Arts and Much More Show with Abinaya Scott. And the Rolling Crime Show with LaTanya Mosley at 7 to 8 p.m. And in the end, we win with Curtis at 8:15 to 9:15 p.m. Tuesday here at Foxway, we also have 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Say That Den Show with Kevin Hughes, co-host with Amani Ellis. My Spa Bath and Body with Margaret Harris at 7 and 7:30 on Tuesday as well. Heartbeat Congo Hour with host Heartbeat 8 to 10 p.m. right here at Voxwave Studios. So you got to tune in. And then go on to Wednesday, we have the Cosmic Queen Building Black Love at 6 to 8 p.m. with Jessica Winters and Martins. Jessica Winters Martin. Sound like two last names. Sorry. Then we also Wednesday from 8 to 10 p.m. Night Live Set with Kevin Hughes. That's that real good live set of music that you can just tune into and get your groove on. Like I said, after the new year, make it part of your thing just to tune in, just to play it on. You know, even if you're not viewing, it's some good jazz, it's some real good music. And then also, we're going into Thursday after getting over the hump day, 12 noon to 1:30 p.m. Say That Den Show with Kevin Hughes again, co-host with Amani Ellis. And also Thursday, the 640 evening show with DJ 640 at 7 to 9 p.m. And then Friday to start the weekend off, you got the Rush Hour DJ Drew co-host with Janique from 5 to 7 p.m. And Not Playing It Safe show with Mike and Kellen and B Anomaly at 7 to 9 p.m. And Different Mind show with DJ Bam 640 co-host to DJ Andre Miguel at 9:15 to 11:15 p.m. And then you back to Saturdays. Oh yes, starting out early in the a.m. Get your praise on. Your praise and deliverance with Elder Thurman Gorman Jr. That's from 11 to 12 noon. Then we got coming back up with some Sister Power, Sister for Sister Network, hosted by Peggy Morris. That's at 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. And then later on, you get a whole break of your day. You come back to your night, Saturday Night Live, Ladies Night Live here with yours truly, Ladies of 2GO Radio Talk Show, where we give you the most and give you the host of which you may get the back to the most again out the show. Like I said, I got these gifts here for you. Just dial 240-719-2560 to call in for your free gift. And I think her name was Latasha last week. Yeah, we're still trying to get in touch with you. I just got your information day before yesterday. I will reach out to you so you can get your gift if you're watching tonight. I haven't forgot about you. We still got to get your gift. It's still, you see, it's not here, so it's waiting for you. So we also have these other free gifts. Like I said, 240-719-2560. Just give your lady 2GO a call. I would love to hear what you have to say about ending 2017 or welcoming 2018. Also, while we're here, giving you all the important factors and information here at voxwave.com, we cannot forget to mention Star Import Boutique, Automobile Boutique, right here on 4711 Arth Place in Camp Springs, right here in the Maryland, right here across the line, not too far. Star Imports is the home of the boutique-style buying experience. Star Imports, Adele Motors has 50 years in the automotive industry. Star Imports in Camp Springs, right off of Branch Avenue behind the Red Lobster. Right in the same parking lot. You can't miss it. Star Imports provides the personal attention you deserve, treats you with the utmost respect. Bad credit, no problem. We have credit restoration programs to help you. Credit application is on www.starimports.com. You can get that application in advance. How about that? Also, Star Imports does bank in-house financing. As a buy here, and pay here. You will have to go nowhere else to make your payments. You can come right here when you pick your vehicle up. The vehicle you want, if it's not in inventory, no problem. They specializing in finding your perfect car for you. That's what they do. That's why it's called a boutique. Just like going to get that special haircut or that special designer wear. That's just what Star Import Automobile Boutique does for you. Give you that special treatment. Also, Star Imports donates a portion of its sales in giving back to the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area charities such as D.C. STEM Network, National Museum of African American History, and Culture of Girls, Inc., to help develop kids into becoming successful contributors to the society to help support the institutions that preserves history. Star Import Boutiques right here. Automobile does that. Yes, they does that. They does that. They love the community. They love giving back. Just like right here, 2GO Radio TV show. Lady of 2GO, I love giving back. So please call in. I would love to hear what you have to say. Love to hear what you will like for us to do in the future. Love to tell you what things that might be going on in the future. If you may call in with some things, you might be on the same page as some things that's going to happen here on the future. Because we will be bringing out No Stops in 2018 here at 2GO Radio TV show, where I'll be getting my produce pusher. Yes, that's what she calls herself, my produce pusher. She's going to be the nutritionist expert here. She has her own produce market, growing her own organic and regular vegetables in the Baltimore area. She will be here Maisha Teller will give you all of that and also may cook up some things right here live for you on 2GO Radio. That's right. I told you I'm pulling out the stops, baby, for 2018. We're going to get some live meals cooked up in here, and you're going to see your girl taste it right here on the camera. Me and Rombo, we're going to be in here munching back. Just like we're going to be eating it up. We ain't going to take no prisoners, baby, because Maisha, she bringing in the nutrition, and it's going to taste good. I have tasted one of her dishes. It was a while ago. This was before she even got into doing produce. But she was in college for her major was agriculture archaeologist, where she has her stats, baby. But I'm going to let her bring that all to you next week. The beginning of the year show for 2018 for 2GO Radio TV talk show. I'm going to let her bring you all her juice and her story when she comes with her flavors that's going to savor up in this studio, neighbor, because we're going to be eating Ron. We're going to get our eat on because she's going to bring everything that we need to be healthy as well as tasteful. That's my produce pusher. She'll be here at 2GO Studio, VoxWave.com. And also, like I said, remember, if you miss any of the shows at the times that I said they'll be aired, you can always go to Vox Power 373 and pull up an archive show that you may have missed streaming live. That's how they do it here for you at VoxWave.com. They make sure you don't miss a beat. You stay tuned for your favorite show that you may have seen or may have want to seen and you have missed it being aired live. So remember that. You can follow up with us. You can follow up with us at Vox Power 373, and I think it's right here behind me. You can follow us, and if you mix a show, call in 240-719-2560. Let's Star Import Boutique Automobile. Let them know. Lady of 2GO Radio. Let them know that you heard it from me, that you want to come in here and get that special automobile. So you can set yourself free, baby. Be ready for 2018 because tax time is coming. And if those of you have done it already and got yourself in order, your finances in order, and you're ready to treat yourself to something special, don't sleep. Right here in the Maryland, right over the district line, Star Imports Automobile Boutique. Got that car for you. They will research it. They will find it for you if it's not here, and they will get it right here for you. Just like that tailor suit get made for you when you go to that boutique for that tailor made, for that tailor. And like I said, this is an empowering show that even, like I said, brothers and sisters. I'm not just empowering for women tonight. I just want empowerment for men as well. Because, we tend to leave out our men. We tend to leave them out. They don't get mentioned as much because they're not all up in the mirrors and the makeup and the styles and the clothing like, men. Our hard blue-collar men, white-collar men that go out there and get their hands dirty. Them brothers, sometimes I think they be overlooked. But they're the hardest workers. They're the hardest providers. Not sharing any other brother that's out there providing and doing what they do. But, a lot of our brothers that get their hands dirty, I don't think they get enough recognition. A lot of these brothers that work in these factories, these warehouses, the automobile places, mechanics, engineers, HVAC, brothers that really get down and dirty. I really want to give them a props because my dad was an engineer and he worked hard all those years he worked for the government. He worked at the engraving print office and he worked hard, all the years that he was down there creating those plates. Yes, my daddy was working down to create the plates to put the money, honey. He was in charge of the machines down there for 30-something years, and he worked hard. And then he walked home, every night he walked to work, So I just want to give it out to those brothers, the blue collars and the white collars that get themselves, their hands dirty, get on their knees, to provide for their families. And that's like the real deep struggle. You brothers continue to stay strong. Don't give up, even though I know it's hard work. My daddy did it for years, but trust me, it pays off for your family because my daddy sure put it in place for his family, and we're benefiting from it today. So don't think what your work is be in vain. You're not working for the man. You're working for your family and God. God going to see you through it. So remember that. Even though you're going to clock in and that man have to sign your paycheck, you're still working for yourself and your family and God. Just remember that. He see what you do, especially when you're doing the right thing. And if nobody told you, I love you, brothers, and you're the most strength of our beings. If it wasn't for you, us women would not be able to know what being strong is all about. We wouldn't even inherit our little chin and chest hairs that we get from testosterone that been passed down through generations of the strong men in our family. So that's where it comes from, ladies. Them little chin hairs and little throat hairs we get, because that's the strength when God had made Adam and Eve. See, you got to go back deep and think this thing goes back far. It ain't just started. We blend in all the how the atoms and the neutrons and in chemistry, how they trying to say we were made and created. Only God knows. So remember, brothers, here at 2GO Radio TV Talk Show, Lady of 2GO loves you. Like I said, continue getting those hands dirty because you're getting them dirty for a real cause. My father was a hand-digging, dirty guy, and this is the results that he left behind, me being able to bless others as well as bless my family. So that's what it's here about, VoxWave.com. We want you to feel blessed. Tune in for one of these shows. Get your show on, whatever your fancy, whatever tickle your fancy. And we will always be bringing you something new for the upcoming years. I believe here at VoxWave, we're going to be doing a coat drive upcoming January. We're going to be doing a coat drive. So get those coats together. Put them in the cleaners. Get them ready so someone else can take your old coat and make it their new one and appreciate it. You know what I'm speaking of now. I ain't talking about the ones that little Johnny done tore up and threw down in the closet, down in the bag. No. If it's decentable that you would put it on your child again, make it decentable for someone else's child or someone else to wear it. Okay, so keep that in mind. Or you can go out and purchase a coat, or you can go to the little consignment stores or thrift stores and you can get coats for like $9 or $10, nice quality ski coats. I mean, name brands even. If you don't have any extras of your own that you want to give away, you can always stop by one of those places and pick up a coat just to, make someone else warm, knowing that someone else is going to be warm, someone else's child going to be warm. And children clothing at the second hand stores and the consignment shops and thrift stores are very economical. I go in there myself. Like I said, I don't sleep. You never know what you can find, So it's someone else's junk. It's always someone else's treasure. So remember that too. So I'm going to get Ron to take us to some of his music. I think he has some Mother Finest. And I want to hear some of that. Oh, baby love, early in the morning. Yes. Creeping in my mind, calling for these gifts. 24719-2560. Get your gift on. Let Lady 2GO Radio know that you want this for free.
Our passion is paddleboarding and WordPress.com.
Here we go.
So come paddle you. You got me blindly giving all that I have to you. You saw me feeling I've never mind. But those feelings, they complete when you're not here all the time. Oh, baby love. Early in the morning. You come creeping in my mind. Oh, baby love. Oh, baby love. Oh, baby
You know when you're running late and can't find your phone?
Okay, calling now.
Ah, found it.
If you feel the funk, call it in. The truth will set you free.
Let's talk batteries and how you can tell if yours is losing its spark. Here are
Tell me, yeah.
Alrighty, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed our little music break there. Told you we was gonna party. This is the eve going into the eve of the 2018, y'all. We gotta end it right on some good old funky stuff. You know, we gotta stomp it out here. You know, I wanted to get back to what I was speaking of earlier. It's a very, very scary situation. Like I said, I normally don't discuss politics because that's not my forte, but I just had to speak on this and educate anyone who may be listening or tuning in. And like I said, I appreciate you here. We appreciate you here at VoxWave.com for tuning in, you know, to our shows, because we put so much effort into bring you the information, the music, the words that, you know, that you need to hear every week. We all here try for our shows to be the best informative show for you here at VoxWave.com. So with that being said, I'm going to go into like I said, my concerns about this new tax bill being passed, as well as the new healthcare reform. Upcoming year, there are going to be 32 million Americans who are currently, right now, who are currently uninsured. Yes, 32 million Americans right now are uninsured, don't have any insurance. That's scary. Also, like I told you, when they passed the healthcare reform summit, Obamacare died. So this is all new Trump stuff, and it's not a pretty picture, and the facts are very ugly and scary as well, because his budget, he's planning on this $940 billion over the next 10 years. This is what our debt is looking like. You know, I don't know if you guys out there care about, like I said, the politics of it, but these things were stalling numbers when, like I said, I don't get into it, but me just with common sense, just looking at this stuff, it just scared the daylights out of me to rethink my future, to rethink, like I said, your spending, it says we'll reduce the deficit by $143 million over the first 10 years. Okay, you see it started at $940 billion. This is only $143 billion over the first 10 years. Then it's going to update, and then the preliminary estimate to go reduces the deficit by $130 billion over the other second 10 years, which reduce it to the deficit by $1 trillion in the second 10 years. Who has keep 10 years, 10 years, 10 years? Who has that? Who has that? You know, we with this, we're not even going to be able to see past 6 months, because we're not even in these numbers. You know, and I'm speaking on myself. I'm not even in the class of these numbers. There's no middle class. That's gone. It's low class and it's the rich. So let me be real with you. It's low class and it's the rich. Middle class is gone. It's gone. Okay? So remember that. Also now, this new healthcare reform summit. Now, they said that by being that there are 32 million Americans who are currently uninsured, there are also in the healthcare exchange that with these uninsured folks, the only way that they're going to become insured if you are self-employed or you're be able to purchase insurance through your state-based exchange with subsidies that are available to individual families with the income between the 133% and 400% of poverty level. What's that? What's that? Where those numbers come from? And you heard it says exchange with state-based purchase state-based exchange with the subsidies of available to individuals and their families with the income between the 133% and 400% of the poverty level. People, scary. I'm telling you, we are going to have to really, really tighten our purses, because even though these numbers not going to affect us, but it will affect us. You know what I'm saying? We don't have enough money to deal with these guys, to be in these guys' lane. But, you know, my grandmother used to always say, excuse my expression, but boo-boo rolls downhill. Okay? And the older folks know what I really wanted to say. You know, but yes, man, I mean, I had to, you know, pull these things out and share these things with you, because even though I'm not a political person, I still wanted to open you guys' eyes out on my level of people, that we have to start looking at some of these things. Sometimes if you don't know anything about stock exchange, sometimes when you see the Dow Jones reports going on the news, sometimes instead of clicking the channel, just check it out for a few seconds to see whose stocks is up, whose stocks are down. That's how you know how your money is going to be controlled. That's how you know your money is going to be controlled and spent. You know, because you got, it's just not these big Fortune 500 companies that be showing their numbers. You got your Walmarts, you got your CVS's, you got your JCPenney's. They be running all their numbers. Where you shop at, they run their numbers. And you can see where your money is helping these companies. And then you can decide where you want to start spending your money. And that's why it's important to watch it sometimes. You know, like I said, you don't have to be no stock market exchange person to understand it, but it's simple common sense. Numbers, you can understand the green going up and the red going down. That's the stock exchange. You know, sometimes we got to educate ourselves on some different stuff. You know, stop just doing the regular routine things. You know, sometimes we got to step outside our box and look at other aspects of life, even though it may not affect us in a direct way, but it's always good to know. Nothing is less than not knowing. It's a lot worth knowing. You know what I'm saying? And to get back to this, there's going to be a separate exchange that will be created for small businesses to purchase coverages from the 2014 funding available to states to establish exchange within the year of enactment and until January 2015. That's something he had left in there, I guess, that he didn't really change, which is this very small part. That's just for those who own small businesses, but that you heard it says small businesses. So, but like they said, it's still funding available to help those small businesses in the enactment that was put into place in January 2015. And I think that was something that Obama had. He left in there that Obama did I guess, do for the small businesses. Okay, now these are the subsidies for the poverty people, like myself. Okay? Individuals and families who make between 100% or 400% of the federal poverty level and want the federal poverty level and want to purchase their own health insurance on exchange are eligible for subsidies. They cannot be eligible for Medicare or Medicaid. It cannot be covered by an employee. Did you hear that, people? Let me say it again. Individuals and families who make between 100% and 400% of the federal poverty level and want to purchase their own health insurance on an exchange or eligibility for subsidies, they cannot be eligible for Medicare or Medicaid and cannot be covered by an employer. That is scary. Come on now. Come on now. It's coming on us. It's going to be like back in the day. You know, you can't go to the hospital without no insurance. You know, and now all these doctors that work at these hospitals, they are not owned by these hospitals. They are contracted by these hospitals. That's why you have to go to the little private office when you got to do a follow-up. You don't go to the hospital where you had your procedure or where you had your whatever done. You go to their private office because they're contracted. They just do their work at these hospitals. So, this is scary. Okay, now it also says eligible buyers receive premium credits and there is a cap for how much they have to contribute to their premiums on a sliding scale. You hear that? A cap. Now you already ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? They want to make you pay this on your own, but it ain't going to be no cap. So that means these people, they could keep raising these premiums as high as they want to. Meaning that what used to cost to have medical insurance for a family of two, I'm going to say just two, used to run you maybe $133 a month. No. Watch how that triples. I mean triples. It's going to triple. You're going to be looking at almost $400 or more a month just to cover two people. Watch what I tell you. Because it's no cap. You just heard it. No cap. Okay? They also says that the federal poverty level for families of four, y'all ready? $22,000. $22,000. $22,000. It's crazy. What are we going to do, folks? We're going to have to go out there and start growing our old herbs and putting tobacco on bee stings. We got to start getting these old herbal medical books out and go back to the old ways, because I'm telling you, we're going to have to start boiling them red onions to make that cough syrup with lemon and honey, because I'm telling you, it's going to cost you to have insurance. And these doctors are not going to give you the slightest time of day if you don't have no type of coverage. Okay, now here's going where we're going into where it says paying for a plan. Now, paying for a plan, Medicare payroll, tax on investment income starting in 2012. The Medicare payroll tax will be expanded to include unearned income. Y'all heard that? I'm going to say it again. Medicare payroll tax on investment income is starting back to implement the plan that they put into 2012. And also the Medicare payroll tax will be expanded to include the unearned income that will be 3.8% on tax. Investment income for families making more than, and this is not us, y'all. I told you, low poverty people like us and the rich. This is the income for people, 3.8% tax on investment income for families making more than $250,000 a year. I told you we weren't in these numbers, but we're still going to be affected. We're not even in these numbers, but we're still going to be affected. So, it's crazy. So, the exercise tax that's going to begin in 2018, the insurance companies will pay 40% exercise tax on so-called Cadillac high-end insurance plans worth over $27,000.5 for families that makes $10,000.2 for individuals. Dental and vision plans are exempt and will not be counted in the total cost of a plan. Hello? Y'all started seeing that at the end of this year, how they was breaking out this dental and the vision out of these plans, these coverage plans. Y'all saw that doing that this year. That's why these people started calling you, trying to sell you these different policies, these different insurance, these different health care plans, because dental now and vision is no longer going to be a giver. They used to give you that with a basic coverage plan, but not anymore. That's going to be exempt. Will not be counted in the total cost of the family plan. You just heard me read it right here. Said it right here. Dental and vision plans are exempt. Will not be counted in the total cost of a family plan. So now you're going to have to get your separate dental and vision coverage. Told you. We're not in these numbers, but we will be affected. Now that, which is not for really us, but those who do, if you do, tanning tax, 10% exercise tax on indoor tanning services. He and everything. Okay, now here's the thing for the Medicare. Now, state says that closes the Medicare prescription drug, the donut hole, by 2020. Seniors who hit the donut hole by 2010 will receive a $250 rebate. Okay, that's already passed. Beginning 2011, seniors in the gap will receive a 50%. Okay, that's already passed. The discount on the brand name drugs. The bill also includes a $500 billion in Medicare cuts over the next decade. Now, this supposed to include, you heard me say, this. He went back to 2010. He started out 2020 saying, you see this thing trying to confuse you. It says the closed Medicare prescription drug donut hole by 2020. Seniors who hit the donut hole by 2010 will receive $250 rebate. Okay, that's passed. Then he went back to say the 2011 they received a 50% donut discount in brand name drugs. But then he's saying the bill also includes a $500 billion in Medicare cuts over the next decade. How are you going to go back and forth and then give a bottom line? That sounds fishy to me. They went back and forth to year. Then you go in 2020, then you go from 2010 to 20. Back and forth to come up with a $1 billion line. A bottom line talking about it's going to be cut by $500 billion. Come on, people. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes open up a newspaper. Open up the Express. I don't care if you're going on a train, subway. Sometimes it takes a moment just to glance into the finances or what's really going on, because if you don't know, somebody come up to you and then later on you seeing it start drilling into your where you're going to be taxed more on your paychecks for health insurance, for FICA, for state. All those things are going to change in numbers. Watch what I tell you. Okay, it also says that the Medicaid expands Medicaid to include 33% of the federal poverty level, which it will be insurance reforms. In 6 months after enactment of insurance company could no longer be denying children covered basis on pre-existing conditionings. You hear that? He is hitting hard. And even through the federal government pays 100% costs for covering newly eligible individuals through the 2016 illegal immigrants are not eligible for Medicaid. That's ugly. That's unhuman. How you going to put that in a health care reform? This straight out blunt ugly. Illegal immigrants will not be eligible for Medicaid. This man. Okay? Starting from the 2014, insurance companies that did deny coverage to anyone with pre-existing conditions, insurance companies must allow children to stay on their parents' insurance plans until they're 26 years old. Okay, he left that in there because that's what Obama had put in his last package plan. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not a political person. I'm not a stock market person. But when I saw this, I just glanced across this, and it just caught my attention because it's going to affect us. And I'm just so concerned about our future for 2018 and ongoing, because a lot of things are going to change. Now, here he goes into the part about abortions. The bill segregates private insurance premium funds from taxpayers' funds, and individuals would have to pay for abortions coverage by making two separate payments. Private funds would have to keep in separate accounts for federal and taxpayer funds. No health care plan will require to offer abortion coverage. Wow. Nope. You won't get it under your health plan coverage. No longer anymore. You just heard it. This was just passed last week, guys. Last week. You know what I'm saying? This is not nothing old. This is brand new. Obamacare is dead. This is what we are left to deal with until whenever. I'm going to keep on schooling you. I'm going to keep on updating you about this new tax cut plan, and this new healthcare reform, because it's going to be something to follow. And I just hope I gain some viewers to also start following this information for yourself. If for a family member, if you know one is not, if they're not eligible to keep up with the daily news or what's going on, please inform them of what's going on. If this is your first time hearing about it, go research it. As you can see, that's where I researched it on my phone. I got my facts right here. It's open to public knowledge. You can get this information. Please, people, start reading what's going on. Because, like I said, even though it's not directly affecting us because we're not in that income bracket, but it will affect us in some form or fashion. Okay? He also goes through to say the separately anti-abortion Democrats worked out language with the White House on an executive order that would state that no federal funds can be used to pay for abortion except in case of rapes, incest, or health of the mother. At least he did give you that. You know, oh, I don't want to even read no more, but I got to inform you guys, this is really ugly. This is your new health care reform just been passed by President Trump last week when he did the new tax bill, okay? Now, this is for individual mandate. This was for back, I guess he's go back to what was implemented by the Obama administration. In 2014, everyone must purchase health insurance or face a $695 annual fine. For there are some exemptions for low-income people. So if you didn't have health insurance, if you didn't have coverage in 2017, when you go file your taxes, this is what the mandate is. You will be penalized. You're going to be penalized. So don't sleep. Like I always say, don't sleep on Trump. Don't let that comb over fool you, because it'll blow. A lot of stuff will be exposed. I'm telling you, this man is not playing. He looking at us as numbers. We're not even existing as humans no more. We are numbers. Okay. So, people, if you did have coverage in 2017, you are going to be faced with a $695 annual fine. There are some exemptions for low-income people. Telling you guys, it's getting ready to get ugly. Employee mandate. Before I end this segment of this healthcare and tax bill, and I just want to get into this last thing. It's about the technical part that there is no employer mandate. Employers with more than 50 employees must provide health insurance or pay a fine of $2,000 per worker each year if any worker receives federal subsidies to purchase health insurance. Fines are applied to entire numbers of employees minus some allowances. Okay, here he goes on to immigration again. Illegal immigration will not be allowed to buy health insurance in the exchange, even if they pay completely with their own money. Ooh, Spice Trump, you is spicy. You a spicy man. Okay, but the more details of the bill: short-term benefits form from the healthcare reform, the GOP House of Healthcare sweetheart deals, college age reform passes with healthcare bill extended tax to investments. So, like I said, you guys can go and research this healthcare reform. I'm telling you, you might want to look at it intently. You might want to make some copies of it. But like I said, we're not affected in the numbers, but we will be affected. So stay tuned. I hope you didn't go to sleep. And I hope you got some info that you can take to heed, because I sure did when I read this. And like I said, start opening that page and start turning that TV on to the Dow Jones, like you're going through the news, CNN, you know how they have the numbers growing across the bottoms. The green means the stock is up. The red means the stock is down. Like I said, check for your local businesses that you patronizes in, like Walmart, CVS, Target, Best Buys. All those numbers be viewed. You can view them on the stock exchange. So you can decide how the company is doing that you want to invest your coins into. Because if they doing bad, that means their price is going to go up. That's what I'm talking about. So don't sleep on the green going up and the red going down on the Dow stock exchange. Check it out sometimes. Even going to your local papers and go to the market stock exchange page, or just look at your financial reports in the weekly paper. The Sunday paper, check out your financial reports for the week. You know, just sometimes get outside your regular or what you read, the funnies and getting your coupons and stuff out the papers. Check out some of these reports, because even though they're done systematically or by census, but it still makes sense to take a look and check them out. So we get ready to get into some more music break for you, and then we'll be back for the last celebrating of the Eve show, a ladies' night live here at 2GO VoxWave.com studio. We're gonna pop the cork and we're gonna end the hour, half an hour, with a bang, so you can go into your New Year's with a bang. And like I said, call in 240-719-2560 for a free gift, or to let me know why you're glad you're leaving. We're leaving 2017 and going into 2018. And when we come back from this music break, we'll get into the word of the street of your health, your entertainment and music, and your fashion and your community, right here with your truly Lady of 2GO Radio. So, I wanted to also bring up this person who is making a full, total booming of this music industry. This young lady is not playing. And the one and only, and I got to give homage and props to her, and that's Miss Cardi B. You know, like I said, someone else's story could be which that takes you to drive you to push you on to do your thing. Don't give up. Don't stop posting. Don't stop promoting yourself. You must invest into yourself. You must, because if you don't invest in yourself, nobody else is going to take a second look at you because they see you not being cheap with yourself. So why should they give you the second time or second look? You have to invest in yourself. Stop waiting for somebody to give you a come up. Stop waiting for somebody to say, yeah, come on, man, come on, I can put you on. No, be that person for somebody else. Want to be that person to help somebody else get to that next plateau or that statue in their career or their art. That's what 2GO Radio TV show here is for. For artists, you can come on here, you can perform, you can come on here, you can cook, you can come on here, you can paint. Do whatever that is creatively given to you by our Creator God that's driven you to put it out there for people to see, hear your story, and know where you come from. Back to Cardi B. Lady of the year. I have to give it to her. She started from the bottom, but now she on top. And I just want to give the young lady my props. Keep doing it. She started out trashy, and now she all clashy and cashing them clashy checks. Cardi B, product yellow.
Good. Hey, say so good fuck with me if they want to. Say little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both, I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money moves. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch, I make bloody moves. Now she say she gon' do what or who? Let's find out and see. Cardi B, you know where I'm at, you know where I be. You in the club just to party, I'm there, I get paid a fee. I be in and out them banks so much, I know they tired of me. Honestly, don't give a fuck about who in front of me. Dropped 2 mixtapes in 6 months, what bitch working as hard as me? I don't bother with these hoes, don't let these hoes bother me. They see pictures, they say ghosts, bitch I'm who they tryna be. Look, I might just chill in some babe, I might just chill with your boo, I might just spill on your babe. My pussy feel like a lake, he wanna swim with his face. I'm like okay, I let him get what he want. He buy me Yves Saint Laurent and the new whip. When I go fast as a horse, I got the trunk in the front. I'm the hottest in the street, know you probably heard of me. Got a bag and fix my teeth, hope you hoes know it ain't cheap. And I pay my mama bills, I ain't got no time to chill. Think these hoes be mad at me, they baby father wanna build. Say little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both, I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money moves. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch, I make bloody moves. If you a pussy, you get popped. You a goofy, you a op. Don't you come around my way, you can't hang around my block. And I just check my account, turns out I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I put my hand above my hip, I bet you dip, he dip, she dip. I say, I get the money and go. This shit is hot like a stove, my pussy glitter is gold. So that little bitch play her role, I just a rope and no rolls. I just came up in a rave, I need to fill up the tank. No, I need to fill up the safe. I need to let all these hoes know that none of they niggas is safe. I go to dinner and steak, only the real can relate. I used to live in the peace, now it's a crib with a gay. Rolly got charms, the life frosted flakes. Hard to let these bitches know, just in case these hoes forgot. I just want wanna check the mail, another check from on the dot. That little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the store, I can get them both, I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch. I make bloody moves. Bloody moves.
After serving 7 winters and 6 summers, Remy Ma finally released from prison.
If Peter Piper pecked them, I bet you Remy ducked them. I told you not to touch them, it's not up for discussion. All my clothes is custom, straight from France. My hands like Mayweather's. All my friends ate and better. I get a lot of money, honey. Queen bitch and bean bitch. Body a guy for my guy, make you a mean bitch. I'm a dream bitch, mean bitch. Take one for the team, bitch.
Wake me up when the morning come. You bitches ain't humble enough. When the morning come. When the morning come. Wake me up when the morning come. When the morning come. When the morning come. These fake ass bitches is done, so wake me up early.
I'm rich, I'ma stay that bitch. You fake ass bitch, you owe homage, pay that shit. Spray that fifth, that crown, I'ma take that shit. Cause you a clown and homie don't play that shit. See, they ain't slick, be talking all crayon shit. And then you see them, they be like that, they ain't say that shit. I hate that shit, I can make or break your shit. See, I got options, don't make me weigh them shits. I heard he lay that dick, you let him fillet that fish. You just met him, how he bay that quick. I say it to your face, don't gotta relay that shit. If Nick Cole and Kidman OJ that bitch, take that trip, get money, make that lick. Take your pick, that's your set, claim that click. Bitch, you so thirsty, obey that shit. If that's your dog, I suggest you go train that bitch.
Wake me up when the morning come. You bitches ain't humble enough. When the morning come. When the morning come. Wake me up when the morning come. When the morning come. When the morning come. These fake ass bitches is done, so wake me up early.
Give me better trust, I bet you really bust. Got these niggas on lock, but we never cuff. Can me beat them, trust me, I bet you really bust. Got these niggas on lock, but we never cuff. We ain't beat them, trust me, I bet you really bust. Got these niggas on lock, but we never cuff. We ain't beat them, trust me, I bet you really bust. Now we got these niggas on lock, but we never cuff.
Wake me up when the morning come. You bitches ain't humble enough. When the morning come. When the morning come. Wake me up when the morning come. When the morning come. When the morning come. These fake ass bitches is done, so wake me up early.
All right. We're back. Thank you, Remy Ma and Little Kim. That was the last cut, and the one before that, you know, the one and only Product Yellow, Cardi B. With the blood shoes. Yay, she's doing her thing. That's right, and we still celebrating here. I got my little color theme on here. Yes, giving me color of life, a celebration. Yes, Eve for the new year. Okay, don't make those resolutions. Like I said, don't do that to yourself, because Lady of 2GO is not going to do it to herself. I'm just going to keep it plain and simple and real. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to walk into 2018 with the God-given strength that he gives me and the victory and the shield of the armor that's going to protect me through all the things that's unlike him in 2018, so I can be a successor for my Lord and Savior. And like I said, be blessed so I can bless someone else as well as my family. Okay, with that being said, yes, for 2018. 2018. I'm like, this is like my one, y'all, for 2018. All things 2018. Yes. For everyone. Doop. There it is. It came true. All righty. So, now word on the street. I'm getting into, which is the last segment, as you know, of 2GO Radio Talk Show that we normally do here for you. Start out with the I'm gonna start out with the health part of Word on the Street. Like I said, Word on the Street, that 2GO Radio Talk Show right here at VoxWave.com will be getting the Produce Pusher. That's right, I'm going to say it again. The Produce Pusher is coming here on 2GO Radio Talk Show. That's right, she'll be coming in with all nutritional facts, regular and organic vegetable treats that you can make for yourself to eat, as well as sweets. The Produce Pusher, Maisha Teller, will be here with you to cook you up something right here in VoxWave Studio. That's how we coming out next Saturday for Ladies Night Live. We'll be bringing you some flavor of a nutritional Produce Pusher flavor. Okay? And that's the health on that part. And far as also on that, call in, because you can call in prior to 240-719-2560 if you have a veggie dish, or you have a vegetable or a root or a herb that you may have question about. Get those ready, because she is a agricultural archaeologist. She can answer any questions about anything that was down in the dirt. That's right, the Produce Pusher. She's bad. She'll be right here, and I'm not going to tell you her accolade that she received from the historical one and only black president that we had. She will share that story with you as well. She's a very, very accomplished Produce Pusher. Be right here at VoxWave.com studio. 2GO Radio Show, Talk Show with yours truly, Lady of 2GO. All right, that's for my health segment, or Word on the Street. And for my entertainment and music, as you heard, I gave some of that earlier when I was speaking of the greats that we have lost. I'm just capping up on that. Prince, Charlie Murphy, I'm just capping up on the things that I've said earlier in the show, that they will be truly missed, but their work will not be forgotten. You can pull any of those guys' work up and be blessed, and either way, musically or comically, Charlie or Prince will give you that. Like I said, two of the two greats that will be missed this year. Also, on the entertainment and music note, all across the board on like E! News, Page 6, Entertainment News, and all of that, Miss Beyonce, that's right, Queen B, was giving Baby Bump of the Year, honey. The best art in photoing that baby bump. Queen B was given that accolade of having the best baby bump picture for the year of all the celebrities that were showing their baby bumps, welcoming their little ones in this year. They gave it to Queen Beyonce for having the best picture when she photo with the twins. She did it with Blue, but they said the way she did it with the twins and before the twins was born and after the twins were born were done in a way that haven't been done before. So hats off to Mommy Queen B now of 3. Mommy Queen B now of 3. Jay-Z, y'all working it out. Keep on making that family, boys. Spreading them family genes. You know, create some more Beyoncés and Jay-Z's. Okay? Bless them, bless them. Getting to the fashion. As you can see, I put in my little gear here for you this evening to celebrate that you can go out with your golds and your silvers that we've been bringing you all month long from when we first started. We've been bringing you all types of fashions. Like I said, we're very inexpensive. You can go to your local Target, your local Ross, your local Marshalls. I love their clearance rack, especially around this time of the year when seasons are changing. And then out with the old and in with the new inventory, always clearance in January, February. So you got to get ready for those as well on the Fashion Beat. And also these new fabrics. These designers are coming out now where they're swatching these fabrics. They're putting in stripes with prints and patterns with flowers and all types of things now. But it's being very creative. And they're going in an obstructive way now. They're not doing routine patterns anymore. They're doing more abstract fashion where you find a sleeve crossed this way or something draped across the bottom or something draped across the back that look like it belongs in the front. But this is the new fashion that's coming up in 2018. So don't sleep and think it's a creep when you see it walking down the street, because it's going to be the new fashion for 2018. I'm telling you. People, these designers are going outside the box, honey, with some stuff that you thought that you could create yourself, but you won't. So all those copycats, get ready for the new real and the unveil of those fashion swatch fabric swaps that's coming up in 2018. They're going to be throwing in all types of stuff. Velour with suede and silk with wool, honey. It's coming. So for your 2018, stay on the fashion scene, and that's my word of the street for my fashion scene. Also for the, I'm not going to get, before I get back into the political, I want to bring awareness. The backup on the story of Miss Q was giving on the young man that was killed for his Jordans, James Anthony Smith. Still saddened by that. That was in my neighborhood. But a good guy, done a good deed by him and his family. This young man, he's a local rapper. His name is Mike D'Angelo. He did a showcase on Wednesday, the 27th, where he had raised so much money for this young man, James Anthony Smith, who was slayed over his Jordans. He had raised so much money in this one single venue, this one single night event, more than some of the charities have raised almost a year here in D.C., in the DMV area. This young man deserves a standing ovation. He deserves his name to be recognized, and that's the local DMV rapper name of Mike D'Angelo. Got outside himself, outside the box, put on a showcase Wednesday, December the 27th, for the family of the young man who was killed behind the Jordans. Like I said, he raised a lots of money than charities tried to raise in 1 year. That was God sent for that young man and his family. And it's not going to bring him back, but it will help them get through this a little easier. You know, money can't replace life, but it shall help their family cope through this, get through this a little easier, because it was senseless, it was uncalled for, and it was regardless of the facts to having that less respect for life. You know, just a sad, sad thing. Sad. And on another note, on another side of town, also that the young man has been captured, who was responsible for a lot of killings here throughout the DMV. Murray Browser and Chief, can't pronounce his name, it's weird, but they had just accomplished his arrest. Found out that he was responsible for the young lady that went to the Virginia College, her murder. He was responsible for that, as well as a lot of other stream of murders in the district and the Virginia and Maryland area. So praise out to the Chief and Mary Bear Browser, who accomplished that arrest. I know we can feel safer now. One less person off the street that's doing these merciless killings. Also, the man who bent his 6-month-old baby in half in Chicago has finally been arrested. The baby was taken to Children's Hospital. It was Anthony Rosendez of Chicago, who was finally arrested for killing his 6-month-old baby by bending the baby body in half. And the baby was announced dead at arrival of Children's Chicago Hospital. I just wanted to touch bases on that too, because, like I said, this world is evil. And if we allow it, if we don't give ourselves some time to self-reflect in God as a human, that we need that spiritual guidance, some type of guidance that's positive, because we got so much undelegated evil. You don't know where it's coming from. You don't know when it's going to hit you. So you better start gearing up some kind of spiritual warfare weapon, because I'm telling you, and I ain't no holy roly, but I know how to, like Yolanda said, sometimes we got to pray over ourselves. Sometimes we got to bless ourselves. Sometimes we got to anoint ourselves. You know, sometimes we got to, you know, go in that closet, get on our knees. You know, sometimes we just got to do what we got to do to get through. And without it being done or harmful to anyone else, you know, always check yourself before you try to check anyone else. Always look at yourself, the man in the mirror, before you try to judge someone else's situation. Always try to be compassionate to someone else's story, because you never know, like I said, what a person is going through, and you never know what will probably make you be depressed or be unhuman in any fashion or form. You don't want to do that for 2018. So, you know, instead of trying to make up something that you're going to try to do for yourself, like lose weight, try to put down some things that you can do for that don't really cost you no energy, don't cost you any money. Like, I'm going to try to love a brother better. I'm going to try to love a sister better. I'm going to try to love my children better in a more knowledgeable way of what's going on in this world, not being so caught up in my job, or not being so caught up with what's going on next door, or not being so caught up with who got what car pulled up in their driveway. None of that should be our concern going forward, because we got so much stuff that is at risk now that we have this new administration. And we don't know how long is this going to go on. We don't know how long we're going to be affected. We just don't know. We just don't know. So you have to always be sure to just, you know, want to just stay in tune to your local news, your internets, your local internet stations like VoxWave.com. That's right, because we're going to keep you informed. We're going to keep you aware. And we're going to keep you awake. Every day of the week, we got something for you right here. that can educate you, that can soothe you, and that also can intellect you in a musical way or whatever tickle your fancy, like I like to say. You know, don't sleep. We are always here for you, and I'll be here for you every Saturday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., Ladies Night Live 2GO. That's right, Lady of 2GO Radio. So don't sleep. And I'm going to get over here, like I said, to this table, and we're going to do our little celebration here. I said I wanted to do it with you guys before I go into the last little music break here. And I want you guys to celebrate yourself. And you may not, excuse me, you know I'm not good with this mic. I'm going to be a professional in the upcoming shows. Watch. You ain't going to be able to hear scratch or sound, be moving around this place so smooth, be flying around here like I got wings. I ain't going to drink no Red Bull because I can't drink those. But anyway, we got our festivities here. So I wanted to open my little bottle here before you roll away. This is our celebration here at Voxwave for your guys having your celebration coming up tomorrow. And I want you to be safe. Be somewhere inside if you want to, because it's going to be cold, I heard. We're supposed to be getting some more snow. So you guys better be warm, plan somewhere warm and safe, or I hope you already made it there, leaving out Friday, headed to your venues and your rendezvous for your New Year's Eve. And let's see if I can pop this out to get that sound. I don't know. Mr. Ron may have to come and help me. Might have to help me pop the cork for 2018. We're gonna be more loving, more giving, more compassionate. We are going to learn how to just do the doggone thing. You know, we're going to learn how to just really, that's a tight one there, huh? Really learn how to just get along, like my man said back in the day. Can we all just get along? We just got to get along, y'all, and love each other and care for each other, because the world is not promised to us. Tomorrow is not promised. Anything could happen. Anyone could leave us at any time, because we serve a selfish God. And, you know, 240-719-2560. I still have these wonderful gifts. And I guess we're going to have to do like an imaginary pop, because the cork won't pop. And I can't have a glass with you guys. But just to toast and to have you guys have a blissful, safe, upcoming 2018. Since I couldn't pop the cork of the big bubbly, I'm going to pop this with you guys. And we hope you have a very fortunate, healthy, blissful 2018. Yay! Happy Eve, Eve, Eve! Okay? Hey, that's right, y'all. Stay tuned. Right here with your VoxWaveFamily.com. 240-719-2560. Every day of the week, we got something for you. So join us and have a great New Year. One love, one love. Okay.
It was Saturday night, the moon was bright, shining down as hot as light. Music all around the house, set the stage and atmosphere. Many dressed to suit and change, to surpass the eagle race. Last night we used to be biggest man in history. Saturday night you play how, find your place and after all. I saw a face now in the crowd, saying nothing, talking loud.
another one. And another one, yeah. From Little Kim, the Queen Bee.
It's ladies' night, what? It must be Angie on the mic. The butter pea, honey, got the sugar, got the spice. Roll the L tight, keep the rhymes right, yo. I just straight this motherfucker up last night. And I'm the rookie on this all-star team. Me and Kim is getting cream, like Thelma and Louise, but on chrome. Never leave that Brooklyn shit alone. So if you say it's on, then it's on.
Bang this in your whips, pack them Cody with the chips in the wrist. Here's a French kiss. I dismiss all you chicks. Spit 6 from the 4th, 5th, make it dance. Ow! I stay focused in the dopest, like a penny with a hole in it. Y'all just hopeless and topless. I ain't lying. Niggas tryna knock me off, keep trying. All it takes is one phone call to my street team, promote that ass like a soundtrack. You jack, sit there, set it off with the 850. Y'all missing the buck, what the fuck? Bump Biggie in the truck, in the buck to my double bitches. Let me see you do the bank head if the richest. It's the rap made West, the QB, and I got all my sisters with me.
Chicks for that, lay that ass flat. I be the one choking your paragraphs with laughs, get you back up on the right path. Ain't no stopping me legs from club hopping, kiss my rock on. From flavors to frozen that paradise joint. Booty shaking with the glass in my left one. Right hand saying stepson. To me, my girls is fancy fly bitches. To my niggas straight snitches. And to the mother chicos, Lady Pimp ain't having that shit. If you ain't got the cash to stash, suck my dick hoes. Strictly a bell ringer. Lay another finger on this big bad whoop, Miss Lady Rap Singer. I be the one to blame as the flames keep rising to the top. And it don't stop.
Niggas try not to notice the dopest bitches approaching with good intentions, but focusing on their riches. If it's too hot, then get the fuck up out the kitchen. Niggas dick stay lifted when they thinking of me, cause the rhythm I kick puzzling like a rhythm of tick. Filling them wigs, nuggets off the 9 millimeter clip. Bitches bust, we just keep kicking up dust, and you can spread rumors. Shit is making me sick of the head tumors. You and me about hugging me, saying you loving me. Bet your phony niggas be bugging. I can tell cause the thug give me more than sell drugs and push weed. Need to get me more with these BBs and them threes. Smoke weed from overseas, pimp like that rollies. Fuck the police, keep my wallet on peace. Who the Windy City woman still coming and gunning straight from the shot. Tonight for all the ladies, let's get high.
Something on this track. You ain't gonna use me to just be singing hooks. What I look like? Patti LaBelle or somebody, nigga? Check it out. Yeah. Oh, what a night. You should be like this instead of being like mine. I like to ride ponies instead of riding bikes. Me and Lil Kim got the rhymes sitting tight. I gotta catch a flight. Round 3-ish. Niggas can't see us from a left to a